So if you're watching this video, you're probably interested about how much money you can make in your first 30 days after getting your 1,000 subs and becoming monetized. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. I'm going to be breaking this down. Now, obviously, I'm just an average dude. I'm a 31-year-old guy. I just started YouTube around 4 months ago, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how much I made in my first 30 days monetized. Now, it's important to know I work in the gaming niche, so it has very low revenue. So I will be showing you, and I think a lot of you will be surprised in a very pleasant way, how much money you can make just from ad revenue. This is not counting memberships. This is not counting anything else, just the ad revenue and what I made easy peasy from YouTube's built-in system in my first 30 days on YouTube. Before we get into the analytics deep dive, I really want to talk about the journey from 0 to 1,000 subs to give you realistic expectations and kind of a game plan from 0 to 1,000. I told you in the start of the video that it took me around 3 to 4 months to get there. Basically, the first 1 to 2 months is very, very hard on YouTube. You will be getting almost no views. You need to be making daily video content, which is what I did in order to actually achieve my 1,000 subscribers in actually 3 to 4 months. This isn't something that is reasonable for every person. I do work a job, so it isn't, I'm doing this as a part-time job, part-time hobby. This isn't my primary revenue stream, so I want to make that very clear. So this is something that's realistic, but if you have a larger family or you can't devote as much time to YouTube, you have to understand that your journey to 1,000 subscribers will be slower, and these expectations need to be set where, it may take you a little bit longer to get to that 1,000 sub mark. I'm going to be doing an entirely separate video talking about the journey from 0 to 1,000 subs in detail and what I think will help you grow quicker. So if you're interested in that, please hit the subscribe and hit that notification bell. It will really help me out tremendously. Leaving a like also makes a big difference. Now let's talk about what I think in terms of monetization on YouTube. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised about how the monetization system works and the ad revenue. Now, obviously, ad revenue is only one part of the whole revenue stream you can pull in. You could be doing channel memberships. You could be getting super likes. You could be doing Patreon. There's a huge host of things. But for most gaming creators that are just starting out, the primary way they're going to actually be getting revenue until they can get sponsorships is through ad revenue. So we're going to be diving into the analytics, and I'm going to be showing you the views I'm getting, the actual amount of money we're getting per 1,000 views, and the total amount of money and total views we're getting in a month. So you can kind of see what I think is a fairly reasonable and realistic expectation for somebody that is putting a lot of work into YouTube, but still is nobody special. And I do think that anything I'm doing could be done by other people very easily. So now here we are on the analytics, and we're going to actually be breaking this down, diving deep. So we're looking right now at the last 28 days. Now, my first day monetized was September 11th, 2023, and it is currently October 14th. So I have about a month and 3 days, but we're going to actually be breaking down the exact revenue. Now, you can see if we have in the overview that I've gotten about 223,000 views in the last 28 days, about 18.9 thousand watch hours, 1.2K subscribers, and $557.54. Now, this is estimated revenue. I want to make that very, very clear, because when you get paid, it is not always exactly this. In terms of my first month, which was from September 11th to the end of September, because that's actually how YouTube does it, they actually separate it out by months, I got paid $477. But however, this is a trailing 28 days. So in actual revenue, it's more like 557. So that's something that you need to note. If you get monetized, your first month on YouTube is going to only probably be a partial month. You will have to actually verify your bank account, your address, several other details. It's a pretty involved process. They will send you this PIN, and you have to verify everything. But realistically, what I got paid in the first month was around $500 to $550. Now, let's actually look into that, and I can break down more what happened on a daily basis and kind of what actually went on. So if we look here, I think the easiest way, honestly, is to look at the 90-day revenue stream. You can see on Sunday, September the 10th, we made $0. And then the very first kick of money is Monday, September the 11th, 2023. So from the first day on YouTube, I made $19.33 in ad revenue. This is pretty consistent through the first couple days. Some days I was making between 23 and 28 bucks, other days a little bit less than 20. But you can see for the first 2 to 3 weeks on YouTube, I was making between $20 and $30 every single day. After a while, there was a little bit of a dip. Unfortunately, some of my videos didn't do so well. You have to remember, guys, that it's primarily the views that drive ad revenue. So that's the most important factor. Now, if you look at actually what's going on in my very first month, which is what YouTube paid me, they paid me $477.49. Like I said, whenever you're talking about monetization on YouTube, when you start the month, unless you get extremely lucky and you hit 1,000 subscribers and you monetize on the first of the month, which is very unrealistic, the first month they're actually going to pay you a partial month. So realistically, since I started on September the 11th, 1 month will earn me more than $477. Since the first day I got paid was the 11th of the month, it would probably be in the realm of $500 to $600. That's why I like putting it on 90 days. I just passed actually 30 calendar days from when I first got paid, and I earned $682.16. So if you're looking for a quick answer, that's basically the answer to the video. However, I think it's very important to actually look at where this money is being generated and how many views and basically how this money is being generated. Now, one thing I want to note, guys, is that a big part of this is making several successful videos. So if you look at top earning content, one of my videos made $266 out of the $682. So obviously there's certain videos that are much, much, much more impactful to your YouTube than others. Another video made $76. Then we had a video that made $54, $32, $31. And then there's a bunch of videos that made, let's say, $10 to $20 in revenue. So the key here is actually looking at the content, guys, and looking at what was going on. So if you actually look at my channel, the entire length of the channel got 658,000 views, right? But if we narrow this down to 28 days, which is about what I got paid from, you can get 221,500 views. So this is probably, I would say, the biggest thing about making videos that you have to understand is that the primary amount of revenue you're going to be getting is primarily determined by your view and your retention. If you go over 8 minutes, you're going to be hitting mid-ad revenue rolls. And so those videos will be worth a little bit more. But realistically, the amount of views and having a decent retention is about all that matters. If you want to look at my CTR, which if you're doing YouTube, you probably know what CTR is. My average CTR is 8.9%, which I think is quite good. My average retention is 5 minutes and 5 seconds, which I think does need to be worked on, and I'm trying to improve that. And as you can see, a lot of these videos that actually did well in terms of retention, surprisingly, are not the videos that actually made me the most money. So retention is only part of the issue. I would say actually the most important thing for monetization on YouTube is actually the CTR rate. I've learned that the videos that have very high CTR are almost always the videos that make you a lot of money. So again, working on your thumbnails is really important if you want to monetize primarily through ad revenue. In terms of my subscriber count, so I was about a month ago, so this would have been, I believe it was September 9th or September 8th, I got to 1,000 subscribers, and now on October 14th, I'm at 2,462 subscribers. I will say there's a big thing to say about social proof. As soon as you hit 1,000 subscribers, it really feels like getting subscribers is substantially easier. Just like when you were going from 0 to 100, breaking that 100 mark makes getting subscribers a lot easier. Same thing applies when you hit over 1,000. Getting subscribers is a lot easier, and you're going to notice that a lot of your videos actually convert more viewers into subscribers. It's important to note too, and I really want to show this. I think this is something that's very, very important. If you look back at my earliest videos, I was making horror video content. Some of my successful videos were for Baldur's Gate. Some of them were from Forza Motorsports. Some of them were from Starfield. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is that ultimately my videos were a variety of content. So this wasn't niching down. And I do want to say that because a lot of people say, well, can I do this if I want to make variety content, or do I have to niche down? You do not have to niche down, guys. That is wrong advice. That is just patently wrong. I'm not saying that it can't help you grow quicker, but it also puts a cap on how big your channel is. And I would really suggest, if people are thinking about niching down, think about if you can make content daily or every other day or even 3 times a week on a video topic for 6 months if you choose that niche. That's something you really, really need to be thinking about. I think that's really important, because if you can't do that, then ultimately you're going to be hurting yourself more than helping yourself by niching down. Is that I would estimate that if you do this like I did, you can earn somewhere between $300 and $600 a month. I think 400 to 600 is quite realistic. And I wanted to show that because I heard a lot of people saying, hey, you can't make any money at 1,000 subscribers. Well, I am showing you here that you can make about $500 a month just from revenue, just from ad revenue from a gaming YouTuber. I'm not an e-girl. I'm not especially handsome. I'm just an average guy. You can make about $500 a month in YouTube ad revenue if you take it seriously and if you follow a kind of a step-by-step guide to growing and to making sure your videos actually have relevant educational content. So I think that's the most important thing, guys. Like I said, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, because what I will be doing, guys, is I will be doing a follow-up video on how my videos got these views, like actually how I generate views, how I determine what type of videos I should be making, and also, guys, how I got from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. So stay tuned. Leave me down in the comments any questions you have. I'm really good about answering comments. I try to answer every single comment, and I will try to help you out as much as I can. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.